Graceway, Pastor Tim here, hoping that you are doing well, having a phenomenal week. So excited for what God has done over this past weekend. This past weekend, if you don't know, we went over 200 people baptized here at Graceway this year, and we got a few more this week, and it was phenomenal. It's exciting. Thanks for being who you are, and thanks for doing what you do. We're grateful to God for what he's doing here at Graceway. So here's the deal. I'm just going to say, the holidays are hard. I know the holidays are good. I know there's lots of potential for the holidays to be fun and purposeful, but the holidays are hard. Man, we're already busy, and now we're busier. We're already stressed, and now we're more stressed. Inflation's already a thing, and now we're buying gifts. It's expensive. And if you're somebody who has some trauma in your life, especially relationally, I find that the holidays kind of bring those things to the surface. The holidays can be hard. They can be triggering. They're definitely expensive. They're stressful, and they're busy, which makes Advent and this Sunday so important. This Sunday, I want to introduce you to Elizabeth. Elizabeth is the mother of John the Baptist, but when we are introduced to her in Luke chapter 1, she's an 80-year-old pregnant woman. Just let that sink in for a second. An 80-year-old pregnant woman, and when we are introduced to her, she is also a dear friend of Mary, the mother of Jesus. What's interesting is that Elizabeth is 80, Mary is probably 13 or 14. They have both found out that they are pregnant. They have both found out from God that they are pregnant with this person of enormous consequence, the forerunner to the Messiah, John the Baptist, and the Messiah himself. And the Bible tells us that Mary has just found out that she's going to be the mother of the Son of God, and she makes haste, and she goes and she sees Mary. She makes haste to go see an 80-year-old pregnant woman, and she spends about 3 months with her. And when she goes, she is all the things that you would imagine. She's stressed. She's got lots of questions, lots of doubts, lots of fears. She goes and she visits her friend, and she leaves. And we're introduced to Mary's Magnificat. She leaves worshiping. She leaves joyful. What happened? What happened in Mary's life? She was still pregnant. She still had questions, but she had spent time with a life-giving, joyful friend. She had spent time with somebody who was joyful, and she borrowed their joy. She got her eyes off her circumstances and on to Jesus. And that's what I want to talk to you about this Sunday. Joy that is shareable. Being and having friends that are life-giving and joy-sharing. This is an important word for all of us in this season. It's an important word in general, but it's especially important in a season that's difficult. So I want you to be a good friend. I want you to invite your friends to church this Sunday. We'll obviously have all of the things we normally have: hot coffee, incredible, safe, fun space for the kids, fantastic worship, and I think a word from God. I hope that you'll join us. Speaking of things you can invite your friends to, Christmas Eve is on a Sunday this year, 9 and 10:30 as normal. New Year's Eve, 9 and 10:30 as normal. I hope that you'll invite a friend, and do this for me. Don't just invite them and say, I'll see you there. Say, I'll meet you at the door. I'll have your favorite beverage. I don't even care what the beverage is. Come on, somebody. All right. Just get them here. We know that God has plans for them. We know that they're going to experience the joy of the Lord, the presence of God, as soon as they set foot on the pavement of this property. But I want you to be a part of what God's doing. So invite them this Sunday. Invite them for Christmas Eve. Invite them for New Year's Eve. And then Graceway, one of the things that we do, I think it's the most important thing that we do, is 21 days of prayer. We literally tithe the first month of the year to God, and we pray and we fast for the year that is going to be, and we ask for God's favor and blessing and direction. I know all of us have things that we need God to speak into. So January 7th, 21 days of prayer. Please plan on it. It is a life-changing experience. It's an important experience for us as a church. God always meets us in it. Graceway, I love you. I'm so thankful for you. Can't wait to see you. I hope you have a wonderful week. And in God's kindness, I'll see you soon.